We are live. Welcome, everyone. Real quick, my name is Paul Roberts. I am the founder of I Can't Quit and the Marathon Method. I Can't Quit came to fruition because I watched so many people give up on their dreams, so many people fall short of greatness, so many people that I know had it in them to go an extra mile and they quit. It's heartbreaking when you find talented, great people and they don't go all the way through. So I decided, you know what, why are people addicted to quitting? Why are people addicted to finishing? What's the difference maker in all of those? And so I studied that. I started working with people, and I did find a lot of common denominators. I'm not going to go over those tonight. My job tonight is to tell you. So I designed this method because I wanted to, again, find out why people were quitting and some were staying the course and finishing. And like I said, I'm not going to go into that tonight, but I wanted to talk to you about something just absolutely beautiful. When I decided to join here, I looked around, I looked at all different types of organizations. There were several organizations where I could buy into a franchise, spend anywhere from $25 to $35 to $50,000. Sign a 3-year, 5-year, 10-year commitment to that. Also agree to rent out a space. It had to be a certain square footage. So there's all types of things I was looking at because I have been successful in business and I sold a business and I wasn't just going to start as a real estate agent. I needed more. But I learned, well, you got to be a broker before you can start building an asset. And I was like, that's not good. And so I just kept looking and searching and searching. And lo and behold, this young man comes into my office and says, hey, I wanted something where I could build from day one. And I found this incredible opportunity with eXp. And I was absolutely floored, absolutely shocked that I had this ability to build a business with only $85 a month. I said, that's unheard of. That's just the craziest thing I've ever heard, that I get to build a business for only $85 a month. And then you look into everything it offers for $85 a month, and it's absolutely insane. It's almost too good to be true. And as I looked around at other organizations, I learned that a lot of other organizations, another revenue stream for them is training. So they actually charge for more training. And so I talked with Daniel. I said, are you sure it's only $85 a month? Do I need to pay a percentage to you every time I close a deal? He said, no, you're just paying a percentage to eXp. That's it. And then you can actually go to 100% to where you're not paying anything, any percentage. I said, that's crazy. And I just kept looking into it, this is insane. And then I figured it out, is Glenn, the owner, the founder of this company, really is playing the numbers. And so therefore, if there's more of us, he doesn't have to charge these crazy, outrageous fees for us. And on top of that, we get to do it on a cloud-based system. I understood the cloud-based system because I'd already been working in one pretty much for the last 20 years. And so I got it. And I was like, yeah, training, I go to train people. I show up and train folks. No one's going to an office anymore, especially after 20. And so I got excited. For only $85 a month, I can build an empire, just like I did in insurance. But it gets better. I learned that we have this thing called eXp University. Now, inside of eXp University is huge. Here, let me just read some of the things inside of eXp University. We have our FastCAP, which is a training machine. So therefore, I'm coming to this business with not a lot of experience in real estate. I need help training. I didn't come here to just be a real estate agent. I came here to build an asset. Therefore, I needed a team. So I was like, do I have to pay extra for that over the $85? I kept saying, there's got to be something else I got to pay. No, you just pay the $85. And I get to utilize FastCAP. So if I hire someone like I just hired Melvin, Melvin's like me, he is going through the FastCAP. So he's being trained over here with this machine. It's a factory that's already built. And thank God, because I don't know a lot of it. And so I just get to say, hey, sign up for FastCAP. Now, in time, I can train people, no doubt. That's easy. I've already got 4 listings right now. I've already had several transactions. I get it. I still, even though I can train on it, it's still much better to have a whole factory of people training for you. And so we got the FastCAP. We got the Elite Solo Agent Mastermind. This is where your high transaction people. These are folks that are just crushing it in transactions each month. That's not me. Okay. Now, I somehow have always attracted great producers and people that do transactions. I've always been able to have that ability, but I want them to hang around other people that are doing that. I'm not doing that, okay? They have to have this wolf pack mentality of they're all hanging out and like, hey, let's take over the world together. And so we have that inside of eXp University. We also have Team Mastery Series where you can build large organizations and get taught how to build large organizations. And then you just have Agent Essentials, which just gives you a little bit of everything. And just reiterated, okay, I'm at the right place because now I can focus on things I need to focus on in this business. And at the same time, bring in talent, bring in just great talent. Because we have the machine, it's built, it's done, it's ready. Just here you go. And so on top of that, we have, So when I got here, we had KV Core, which I was excited about. And as part of the $85, I didn't have to pay extra for KV Core. KV Core, from my understanding, it's, can be anywhere from $250 to $599 a month. I get it for $85 a month, and it's included in all this other stuff, this entire power deck of things that were given just for the $85, okay? And so I was excited, and I learned KV Core. I figured KV Core out. It's a machine. It works when I don't work. Well, I'm not real familiar with the real estate business. I haven't been doing it a long, long time. I found out I'm pretty good at it because just people skills. But then I learned that there's better, stronger softwares out there. Starting July 1, not only do we have an incredible CRM to choose from, but we get 3 to choose from. One of those is Bold Trail. And from what I'm being told, Bold Trail is like KV Core with, steroids. It's much stronger. It's much better. It's much more interactive. Cool. I liked KV Core, but now I get the choice. I can go with Bold Trail or I can go with Lofty. I've heard great things about Lofty, or I can go with Close. I think that's how you pronounce it, Colze. I'm going to go with Close. And I got a good friend that's using it out in Orlando, and she loves it. And she's like, Paul, you guys, I don't care what you go with. Glenn is letting us choose whichever one we want. I mean, that's powerful because there are some things we get used to as human beings, as real estate agents, like, I want this, and I don't want to use KV Core because I know there's people that have joined here that never switched to KV Core because they already had Lofty or Bold Trail or Close. They didn't switch. They're paying for it additional. And Glenn's like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to get you all 3, and you get to choose which one you want. And again, $85 a month. That's it. We also have, let's see here, we got the Fast Start. I talked about that. The FastCAP, I apologize, the eXp University, Team Leader Academy. We got Elevate Coaching. We got all types of masterminds. So when I got here, they had me get into this Facebook-looking thing, and it looked just like Facebook. And it's literally a mecca of people just giving out referrals. Hey, I'm over here in Washington State, and I've got a customer in Dallas, Texas. Can anybody help me? And it's like, sure, cool. I can help you. And boom. And it's literally lit up all the time with people helping each other. Then on top of that, I came here because I really wanted to get into flipping homes. That was my deal. And come to find out, there's several organizations or several groups inside of here where you can join, and they allow you to join. And they teach you how to flip homes. They teach you how to do all of these things. And I'm like, someone's about to ask me for some extra money, but no one has. It's just this big conglomerate of people from coast to coast and in 27 countries. And we're all just helping each other for $85. I want to back up the eXp University. And I hope Glenn isn't hearing this, and I hope Leo's not hearing this. But they should charge more than $85 a month just for eXp University. And what's funny to me is I'm watching people inside of our organization going out and hiring coaches over here and going to this seminar and going to that seminar. I mean, if I were Glenn and Leo, I'd be like, why are y'all doing that? I've already put everything. It's all here, and you ain't got to pay extra for it. And it's already part of what you're paying for $85 a month. Okay, because I mean, I joined. I'll go ahead and say I joined Gary Brucka's deal. That was $99 a month. And I stopped doing it after a month and a half. And nothing wrong with Gary. I love what he preaches and teaches. I've quit eating seed oil. I've done a lot of things he's told me to do. But I was like, EXP's messed me up. Because now whenever I join a group, I got a standard that's so high. Before it was like, yeah, $99 a month, pay for it, not everything I want. I wish I had more, but no, I want more. And so I quit. Again, nothing wrong with Gary. I thought he was great. I'm taking his vitamins. But again, eXp has set the standard so high that for $85 a month, I'm thinking, yeah, you got to do better for $99 a month. And I see all these coaching things on Instagram and Facebook, and only for $59.99 a month. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't think you're going to be able to touch what we put together here. Now, one thing I absolutely love about Glenn's philosophy is this. He doesn't try to go out there and recreate. I know a lot of owners that are like, well, I've got all of this stuff. Why don't we just build our own CRM? And I love Glenn for that. Glenn's like, no, we ain't playing that game. We're not in the CRM business, okay? I'll go work a deal with Lofty and Close and Bold Trail, and we'll utilize what they've already built. But I'm not going to sit around. We're not going to build that. And here's why I'm glad he doesn't, because I've been with an organization that does that, and you get all types of infighting. Because if you don't use it, like if Glenn built something and we didn't use that CRM, man, now you can't go out and use something else. Whereas Glenn is saying, no, we ain't playing that game. I'm not going to sit here and develop everything. We're going to focus on what we're great at, and that's transactions. Nobody's better. We're great at building large assets. Nobody's better. Let's focus on those two things, and I'll go out and work deals with everybody else. We also get Canva. I used to have a Canva account before I got here. I was able to cancel it. I just exported all my stuff over into my new Canva account that I get for free, I should say, for $85 a month, but it's not $85 a month because he's worked out a deal I can't imagine the negotiations going on when Glenn called these guys up and said, hey, I want all of my 90,000 agents and here's what I'm paying. And I don't know what I don't know what contract he worked out, but he had to have worked out something fair for him. But it's like, I'm sure at first they're like, yeah, whatever. But hey, he did it. And so we have Canva. We have, which Canva by itself, just absolutely phenomenal. And then I want to talk about this. We have the ability to build a team here, and we don't have to do all the tracking. I don't have to pay everybody. And that was big for me because I'd sold a business. I'm not 25 years old no more. I'm not ready to go build an accounting, hire an accountant. I'm not ready to do all that, pay all my real estate agents. I need something simple where I can go find talented people to run in life with, people that I want to do business. See, what I'm looking for in people that join our organization is people I can run with, people that will dream with me, people that have maybe been broken before and they know they're meant for something greater, people that have maybe not hit one out of the park yet, but they know there's something great inside of them. And me and this person get to lock arms. We get to win together. We get to lose together. We get to cry together. We get to laugh together. See, that's what I want to do. I don't want to focus on paying all the agents. I don't want to focus on paying all the tiers. I ain't got time for that. And so Glenn has put it's called revenue share, where we get to just tap into it, and I get to hire you. You come to me and say, hey, why would I join your organization? I don't know. Let me tell you what I'm looking for. Let me tell you who I want to run with. Let me tell you I want to dream with some people because people aren't dreaming anymore. Let me help you dream. Please let me help you dream. Let me get you to a point where you're willing to bet on yourself and you don't care who's betting against you. So many people I talk to like, well, I got no one rooting for me. I got no one bet. That's good. When are you going to bet on yourself? And so I'm looking for people that just want to do life with me, people that care, people that want to be part of a group that's powerful and yet loving. And so that's what I'm looking for. So I ain't got time to worry about, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, how are they going to get paid? I just get to hire them. So if I hire you and then you bring in, you say, hey, I want to bring Jill with us. I think Jill wants to run hard with us. I think Jill has big dreams. I think Jill has big aspirations to do great things, but she's just not had the right group to dream that way. I want her to join the team. I'm like, cool, do the onboarding, go. I don't have to, figure out, an employee number for her. I don't have to get her to sign 1099. See, it costs money to do all of those things. If you've never built a company on your own with no support, no help, you'll understand that we have this multi-million-dollar accounting company that Glenn has hired. They work for eXp, not for me. In a way, they kind of work for me the way Glenn talks about it. But I don't have to worry about that. Glenn pays all these people to make sure this all runs smoothly. I don't pay to that. I'm not paying their salaries. It's mind blowing if you've never built a business before that you get to have all this. I mean, I have a multi-million-dollar accounts receivable department, accounts payable department that all help pay my agents on time, that help pay all the people that I brought into this business on time. I've not yet hear anybody complain about not getting paid on time, not once. And so when I don't have to focus on and I think that's what, I want to interview Glenn one day and ask him, but I think that's what Glenn was thinking about. It's like, you and I are very creative souls, and we don't have time for that minutia, right? We're creative, and we want to work with people. We want to help people overcome the junk that they're living in, because, hey, this is life, and everybody's got to overcome something. That's where we're strong. So Glenn has put us right where we need to be, in a very strong position to where we can just go out and find great people to join this great movement. And there's more. I know I'm leaving out something here. Oh my gosh, revenues. I haven't even talked about that. Relocation. I mean, the lead sources are never ending. And I'm just, again, call me, let's talk. And if you're thinking about, because I had this young lady I was talking to, and she said, well, I'm a broker right now, and I have 4 real estate agents working for me. And so when they go out and do deals, I get a bigger split than what you would give me. So why would I come to you? And I'm like, okay, yes, you might get a bigger split, but let's break it down. After we get done taking out your rent, your utilities, I'm betting right there alone, I'm ahead of you. I'm betting right there, just with those 2 things, I'm betting right there I'm ahead of you. Now let's talk about the time that you have to train everybody. Are you ready for this? Let's talk about who's your lawyer, who's representing you, how much do you pay them? See, I have the biggest, baddest lawyers in the world that work for eXp, right? And they're taking care of me. I don't have to do all that. I don't have the responsibilities legally that you got. And I'm not done. I can keep going on and on and on. People just don't understand the expenses that it takes. And yes, I might be getting a smaller portion of what that agent's doing, but I can assure you after a year, and I said this to her, I can assure you after a year, I'm going to have 10, maybe 20, probably 30 times more people on my team than you are. So that little amount is going to blow by you in a heartbeat, because your threshold is probably 10 people. That would be my guess, just knowing her, and you're probably at 10, and even at 10, you're out doing transactions. And I'm probably at that point at 100. So it's an amazing system that we have here, all for $85. And that's just the revenue share platform. And then on top of that, and I want to end with this, I was brought into this business. It's called Daniel Ng. He's built this network called We Partners. And I have said for the last 20 years from stage, I've said it to people over and over in life, the number one need of humans is to feel like they belong. And once you get a person to understand they belong, they perform at a greater level. They perform at levels they didn't know possible. And Daniel has built a culture and a family inside of We Network. And it's We Partners. I'm sorry, not We Network. It's the network, We Partners. It's mind-blowing to me the amount of people in this network that are helping, that learn transactions. I've now been here over a year, going on 2, and I knew nothing coming in here, and I didn't have to go to one broker. I have 14 brokers in the state of Texas I can go to, not just one. So if you have a personality conflict with your one broker, you're screwed. If I have a personality conflict with one of my brokers, I've got 14 more to choose from. And let's put all that aside. Inside of eXp, there's so much knowledge, but inside of We Partners, there's so much knowledge. There's so many brokers just that are brokers, but they're not using it in the capacity of being a broker. But they've all taught me, they've all trained me. This group really came together, and we built each other up, lifted each other up, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. And so that's part of the $85, because Daniel doesn't charge extra for We Partners, and you feel like you belong. And here I am. I sold an insurance company. I was, feeling good about myself, feeling great about myself. I wasn't feeling real great about starting over and starting a new business. It was a little daunting. I was like, do I really want to do this? I mean, I'm 50 at the time I was 53. I'm 55 now, but I said, do I really want to do this? Is this really what I want to do? And when I walked in and met the people of We Partners, I was floored. I was touched. My heart was in the right place, and it felt good. It made me feel like I belonged. So if you join our organization, understand if you're a person like a TC or a Brandon on our team, you're going to belong. If you're like me that can't spell real estate and not too sure if you can even do it, great. You'll now if you're negative and ugly, you'll weed yourself out. We won't have to get rid of you because it's a loving bunch. It's a very powerful bunch, but it's a very loving bunch. And when you're in that environment, anything's possible. And I've been able to do a lot of things in real estate for the short amount of time that I've been in it because of that group. And I'm not even talking about eXp because eXp is a whole different, they'll even help you. But the people that are inside of eXp that I've met, the top people have just been salt of the earth. It's just been phenomenal that so many people want to help you. But anyhow, that's all for $85 a month. And there's $85 a month. And there's more. I mean, we got Workplace, we got Build a Sign, we got MyEXP, we got eXp Enterprise. Forgot about that. I talked about Revenos, FastCAP, Fast Start, the Mentor program. Dear Lord, I forgot about the Mentor program. I mean, there's so much that's being offered. It's like you go out and look. See, now if you just want to join a brokerage, and you only join a team, and you want to have your split with the brokerage and have a split with your team, I don't know why you would do that. Because here you get to join, we're going to train you. You don't have to be, people say, well, I want to be part of a team because they're all going to train me. But yeah, then you got to give a split to the team and you got to give a split to your broker. And chances are your first 3, 4, maybe 5 deals are all your sphere of influence anyhow. So why would you give that split away? Here you don't have to. The only split you're giving is to eXp. I'm not taking an extra split from you. And you get the team atmosphere of everybody training you. And I can't wait to introduce you to this great team. Reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you more. Jump on my calendar, www.ican'tquitlife.com. I would love to get to know you on a one-on-one basis. Go get yours. I'm getting mine.